Leviticus chapter 18 Forbidden sexual practice. Then the Lord said to Moses, Give the following instruction to the people of Israel. I am the Lord your God, so do not act like the people in Egypt, where you used to live, or like the people of Canaan, where I am taking you. You must not imitate their way of life. You must obey all my regulations and be careful to obey my decrees. For I am the Lord your God. If you obey my decrees and my regulation, you have found life through them. I am the Lord. You must never have sexual relationship with a close relative, for I am the Lord. Do not violate your father by having sexual relation with your mother. She is your mother. You must not have sexual relation with her. Do not have sexual relationship with any of your father's wife, for this would violate your father. Do not have sexual relation with your sister or half-sister, whether she is your father's daughter or your mother's daughter, whether she was born into your household or someone else. Do not have sexual relationship with your granddaughter, whether she is your son's daughter or your daughter's daughter, for this would violate yourself. Do not have sexual relationship with your stepsister, the daughter of any of your father's wife, for she is your sister. Do not have a sexual relation with your father's sister, for she is your father's close relative. Do not have sexual relation with your mother's sister, for she is your mother's close relative. Do not violate your uncle, your father's brother, by having sexual relationship with his wife, for she is your aunt. Do not have sexual relations with your daughter-in-law, she is your son's wife. So you must not have sexual relations with her. Do not have sexual relations with your brother's wife, for this would violate your brother. Do not have sexual relations with both a woman and her daughter, and do not take her granddaughter, whether her son's daughter or her daughter's daughter, and has sexual relations with her. They are close relatives, and this would be a wicked act. Where your wife is living, do not marry her sister and have sexual relation with her, for they would be rival. Do not have sexual relations with a woman during her period of menstrual impurity. Do not define yourself by having sexual intercourse with your neighbor's wife. Do not permit any of your children to be offered as a sacrifice to Molech, for you must not bring shame on the name of your God. I am the Lord. Do not practice homosexuality, having sex with another man as with a woman. It is a detestable sin. A man must not define himself by having sex with an animal, and a woman must not offer herself to a male animal to have an intercourse with it. This is a perverse act. Do not define yourself in any of this way, for the people I am driving out before you have defined themselves in all this way, because the entire land has become defiled. I am punish the people who live there. I will cause the land to vomit them out. You must obey all my decrees and regulation. You must not commit any of this detestable sin. This applies both to native-born Israelite and to the foreigner living among you. All these detestable activities are practiced by the people of the land where I am taking you, and this is how the land has become defiled. So do not defile the land and give it a reason to vomit you out, as it will vomit out the people who live there now. Whoever commit any of this detestable sin will be cut off from the community of Israel. So obey my instruction and do not defile yourself by commit any of this detestable practice that were committed by the people who lived in the land before you. I am the Lord your God. Leviticus chapter 19. Holiness in personal conduct. The Lord also said to Moses, "Give the following instruction to the entire community of Israel. You must be holy because I, the Lord your God, am holy. Each of you must show great respect for your mother and father, and you must always observe my Sabbath day of rest. I am the Lord your God. Do not put your trust in idols or make metal image of God for yourself. I am Lord your God. When you sacrifice a peace offering to the Lord, offer it properly, so you will be accepted by God. The sacrifice must be eaten on the same day you offer it or on the next day. Whether it's left over until the third day must be completed, burned up. If any of the sacrifice is eaten on the third day, it will be contaminated, and I will not accept it. Anyone who eat it on the third day will be punished for defining what is holy to the Lord and will be cut off from the community. When you harvest the crop of your land, do not harvest the grain along the edge of your field, and do not pick up what the harvester drop. It is the same with your grape crop. Do not strip every last bunch of grape from the vine, and do not pick up the grapes that fall to the ground. Leave them for the poor and the foreigner living among you. I am the Lord your God. Do not steal. Do not deceive or cheat one another. Do not bring shame on the name of your God by using it to swear falsely. I am the Lord. Do not defraud or rob your labor. Do not make your hired work wait until the next day to receive their pay. Do not insult the deaf or cause the blind to stumble. You must fear your God. I am the Lord. Do not twist justice in legal matter by favoring the poor or being partial to the rich and powerful. Always judge people fairly. Do not spread slanderous gospel among your people. Do not stand idly by when your labor's life is threatened. I am the Lord. Do not nurse hatred in your heart for any of your relatives. Confront people directly so you will not be held guilty for their sin. Do not seek revenge or bear a grudge against a fellow Israelites, but love your neighbor as yourself. I am the Lord. You must obey all my decrees. Do not make two different kind of animal. Do not plant your field with two different kind of seeds. Do not wearing clothing woven from two different kind of thread. If a man have sex with a slave girl whose freedom has never been purchased, but who is committed to become another man's wife, he must pay full compensation to her master. But since she is not a free woman, neither the man or the woman will be put to death. The man, however, must bring a ram as a guilt offering and present to the Lord at the entrance of the tabernacle. The priest will then purify him before the Lord with the ram of the guilt offering, and the man's sin will be forgiven. When you entered the land and plant the fruit tree, leave the fruit unharvested for the first 3 years and consider it forbidden. Do not eat it in the first year. The entire crop must be consecrated to the Lord as a celebration of praise. Finally, in the 5th year, you may eat the fruit. If you follow this pattern, your harvest will increase. I am the Lord your God. Do not eat meat that has not been drained of its blood. Do not practice fortune-telling or witchcraft. Do not trim off the hair of your temple or trim your bread. Do not cut your body for the dead, and do not mark your skin with tattoos. I am the Lord. Do not define your daughter by making her a prostitute, or the land will be filled with prostitution and wickedness. Keep my Sabbath day of rest and show reverence toward my sanctuary. I am the Lord. Do not defile yourself by turning to medium or to those who consult the spirit of the dead. I am the Lord your God. Stand up in the presence of the elder and show respect for their age. Fear your God, I am the Lord. Do not take advantage of foreigners who live among you in your land. Treat them like native-born Israelites and love them as you loved yourself. Remember that you are once foreigner living in the land of Egypt. I am the Lord your God. Do not use a honest standard when varying length, weight, or volume. Your scales and weight must be accurate. Your container for marrying dry material or liquids must be accurate. I am the Lord your God who brought you out of the land of Egypt. You must be careful to keep all of my decrees and regulations by putting them in practice. I am the Lord. 20. Punishment for disobedience. The Lord said to Moses, Give the people of Israel this instruction, which applied both to native Israelites and to the foreigner living in Israel. If any of them offer their children as a sacrifice to Molech, they must be put to death. The people of the community must stone them to death. I myself will turn against them and cut them off from the community because they have defied my sanctuary and brought shame on my holy name by offering their children to Molech. And if the people of the community ignore those who offer their children to Molech and refuse to excuse them, I myself will turn against them and their family and will cut them off from the community. This will happen to all who commit spiritual prostitution by worshiping Molech. I will also turn against those who commit spiritual prostitution by putting their trust in medium or in those who cast out the spirit of the dead. I will cut them off from the community. So set yourself apart to be holy, for I am the Lord your God. Keep all my decrees by putting them into practice. For I am the Lord who make you holy. Anyone who dishonored father or mother must be put to death. Such a person is guilty of a capital offense. If a man commit adultery with her neighbor's wife, both the man and the woman who have committed adultery must be put to death. If a man violates his father by having sex with one of his father's wives, both the man and the woman must be put to death, for they are guilty of a capital offense. If a man have sex with his daughter-in-law, both must be put to death. They have committed a perverse act and are guilty of a capital offense. If a man practices homosexuality, have sex with another man as with a woman, both men have committed a detestable act. They must both be put to death, for they are guilty of a capital offense. If a man married both a woman and her mother, he had committed a wicked act. The man and both women must be burned to death to wipe out such wickedness from among you. If a man has sex with an animal, he must be put to death, and the animal must be killed. If a woman presents herself to a male animal to have intercourse with it, she and the animal must both be put to death. You must kill both, for they are guilty of a capital offense. If a man marries his sister, the daughter of either his father or his mother, and they have sexual relationship, it is a shameful disgrace. They must be publicly cut off from the community. Since the man has violated his sister, he will be punished for his sin. If a man have sexual relationship with a woman during her menstrual period, both of them must be cut off from the community, for together they have exposed the source of her blood flow. Do not have sexual relationship with your aunt, whether your mother's sister or your father's sister. This would dishonor a close relative. Both parties are guilty and will be punished for their sin. If a man has sex with his uncle's wife, he has violated his uncle. Both the man and the woman will be punished for the sin, and they will die childless. If a man marries his brother's wife, it is an act of impurity. He has violated his brother, and the guilty couple will remain childless. You must keep all my decrees and regulations by putting them into practice. Otherwise, the land to which I bring you as your new home will vomit you out. Do not live according to the customs of the people I'm driving out before you. It is because they do these shameless sins that I detest them. But I have promised you, you will possess their land, because I will give it to you as your possession, a land flowing with milk and honey. I am the Lord your God, who has set you apart from all other people. You must therefore make a distinction between ceremonially clean and unclean animal, and between clean and unclean bird. You must not defile yourself by eating any unclean animal or bird or creature that scurry along the ground. I've identified them as being unclean for you. You must be holy, because I, the Lord, am holy. I have set you apart from all other people to be my very own. Men and women among you will act for as medium, or who consult the spirit of the dead must be put to death by stoning. They are guilty of a capital offense. 21. Instruction for the priest. The Lord said to Moses, give the following instruction to the priest, the descendants of Aaron. A priest must not make himself ceremonially unclean by touching the dead body of a relative. The only exception are his closest relative, his mother or father, son or daughter, brothers, or his virgin sister who depends on him because she has no husband. But a priest must not defile himself and make himself unclean for someone who is related to him only by marriage. The priest must not shave their head or trim their beard or cut their bodies. They must be set apart as holy to their God, and must never bring shame on the name of God. They must be holy, for they are the one who present the special gift to the Lord, gift of the food for their God. Priests may not marry a woman defined by prostitution, and they may not marry a woman who is divorced from her husband, for the priests are set apart as holy to their God. You must treat them as holy because they offer up food to your God. You must consider them holy, because I, the Lord, am holy, and I make you holy. If a priest's daughter defines herself by becoming a prostitute, she must defy her father's holiness, and she must be burned to death. The high priest has the highest rank of all of the priests. The anointing oil has been poured on his head, and he has been ordained to wear the priest's garment. He must never leave his hair uncombed or tear his clothing. He must not defile himself by going near a dead body. He must not make himself ceremonially unclean, even for his father or mother. He must not defile the sanctuary of his God by leaving it to attend to a dead person, for he has been made holy by anointing oil of his God. I am the Lord. The high priest may marry only a virgin. He may not marry a widow, a woman who is divorced, or a woman who has defiled herself by prostitution. She must be a virgin from his own clan, so that he will not dishonor his descendants among his clan, for I am the Lord who make him holy. Then the Lord said to Moses, give the following instruction to Aaron. In all future generations, none of your descendants who has any defect will qualify to offer food to his God. No one who has a defect qualified, whether he is blind, lame, disfigured, deformed, or has a broken foot or arm, or an hunchbacked or dwarfed, or has a defective eyes, or skin sore, or scabs, or damaged testicle. No descendants of Aaron who has a defect may approach the altar to present a special gift to the Lord. Since he has a defect, he may not approach the altar to offer food to his God. However, he may eat from the food offered to God, including the holy offering and the most holy offering. Yet, because of his physical defect, he may not enter the room behind the inner curtain or approach the altar, for this would define my holy place. I am the Lord who makes them holy. So Moses gives this instruction to Aaron and his son and to all the Israelites. Alright, so those 4 chapters is continue show more detail. What is the 6th practice rule and the others rule, especially how to be a priest and how to be a properly action under God's eyes. Okay, so that is a detail about today's Bible learning. Hope everybody like it. And the next chapter will be is Leviticus chapter 22. All right, God bless you everyone. Let's see you tomorrow.